Hello, hello. Am I feeling any better? Much. I slept a good amount again yesterday, leading into this morning, and I feel like a new person. I think I just needed sleep and just to rest. But yeah, I don't think I was sick. I think I was just literally exhausted. I think I just overworked myself, to be honest. Bonejaw Alex, what's up, Checkmate? What's up, Kush? What's up, Punk? What's up, Cats? What's up, Coffee Blend? What's up, Mimin? Sean, Disguised, Yub. Arter, how you doing? Bourbon, how you doing? MJ, Plady, Kids Grace. Alex, feel better? That's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're better today. We're better. A little smiley face, you know. Glad to hear you're feeling better. It's not fun being, I don't know, just like fully drained, but I feel like it happens. Like I feel like you get that way. Glad to hear that. Oh, thanks, man. I didn't fall asleep till 2 a.m. yesterday for the 4th of July. Was it because like fireworks and stuff, old man? Old man in a Dracula flow. I love your fucking name, dude. What's up, Mortgage Dude? How you doing, man? Sup, Thawk Enjoyers? What's up, What's up, fellow Thawk Enjoyers? What are we doing tonight? Well, today we're doing a TGR Lena, which I've never done, ever. I think I was supposed to do one a little while ago, like a week or two ago, and it got delayed and indefinitely canceled. Just because the person couldn't get the hands on the switches they wanted, so they're just waiting until then. But yeah, Lena today. And then I switched out keyboards today too, just because I want to change up the desk a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be doing a TGR, I believe it's pronounced Lena or Lena or something. With my black case, an all brass 65 was about 5 pounds and 1 ounces. The Encore gets about 6. I don't know. I know mine has brass, but it's still close to copper. Yeah, this thing is a heavy, heavy boy. I do prefer a slightly, I think now that I've been using some like ridiculously heavy keyboards, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I think I prefer a slightly, what's wrong with my hair? A slightly lighter keyboard, like just a smidge lighter. This is probably as heavy as I'll ever go. I think this is like a decent weight because I tend to shift, well, see, like I think the foot just came off. Yeah, like I tend to shift my my keyboards quite a lot by pushing them. And I know that's not always ideal, so I don't know about you guys, but that's just kind of how I enjoy the keyb stuff. Yeah, so I think maybe polycarbonate bottoms and stuff are just my just press shift. Your hair kind of looks like an anime character today. I'm gonna be honest, it's the first time I looked at myself in any sort of mirror. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks, though. I appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. Wait, dope desk pad? So this is from Ordinary Labs. This is not coming out till next week. I made a boo-boo today. I was bringing my coffee to my desk, and I spilled some coffee on it. And I was like, all right, well, there goes a brand new desk pad that I've had for less than 24 hours. Then I remembered it has that water repellent like coating to it, so it's not completely destroyed. It left like a smidge of a mark. It's like kind of right over here where you can't really see it. But yeah, it completely cleaned off because I dropped a lot of coffee on it today. I'm not used to having these larger desk pads on my workstation, so I tend to just kind of stick my coffee to the side. And I guess I put it, you know when you put it just on the angle right over here? I put my coaster there too. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is what's going to happen here. That's why I get small keyb mats. Yeah, the keyb mats or the cork desk pads are usually my go-tos with these type of things. So, I mean, it is what it is. I can see the greenish today. Can you? Oh, man. I was taking photos all morning. I caught up in so many emails and DMs. I was so overwhelmed by emails this morning. So, today's been a productive day. Also, I'm just going to let you guys know this. July's pretty much been booked. Someone did cancel literally the last day of July, so I think I have one slot in case someone needs something. It's probably going to be filled though immediately because I think I have keyboards already pending. If you guys did want stuff done for later half, like August 14th plus, I suggest getting it in now because I think it's going to fill fast. September actually should be pretty slow. Like I think normally September for commissions are kind of like slowish. But if you guys did want something before the summer ends, just let me know. I want to take day off and take pictures the whole day. Well, I'm already going to be doing that. I'm taking a few days to myself for multiple reasons at the start of August. And then I will take maybe another week to myself late September. I'm going to try getting out and take some photos and just relaxing. Because I think I want to do that. Okay, there's something happening with Twitch right now. I don't fucking know why. Don't ask me. Alright. Apparently people's usernames are just turning gray. I don't know if it's exactly like... I can read it, like it's fine, but apparently the usernames are glitching out.
Hello, Alex.
So I have no idea.
Good afternoon. I hope you have a
You
good
toy.
day. You are beautiful and so is chat, and D's nuts.
That was the first sub message of the day, and there was a DN joke in there. Thanks, you toy. Appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you, thank you. Mine went great too. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. It's a Twitch glitch. I was in literally a few Twitch streams this morning, and everything people were asking the same question, so I have no idea. It's a ridiculous kind of glitch, but it is what it is. What are we supposed to say? Millennial Gray strikes again? Yeah, I guess so, dude. I guess so. Alright, so we're going to be using cheese switches today. Also, I hope everyone had a great night. I didn't really do much. I played a little bit of Diablo, and then I went to bed. I was so tired. They say that it's for the minimalist look. Oh, for Twitch. I love cheese switches. Dude, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I know it's such a waste of anything, but like, the fact that you get... Oh, there's a little extra switch in here. The fact that you get a little block of cheese with these. Sometimes they give you 2. If you're lucky, you get 2. I find it so funny. I have like 3 of these little blocks of cheese. I'm trying to make a big wedge, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's hilarious. But yeah, I love these cheese switches. Apparently it's the same kind of blend as Zinhai switches, but I swear to God it's a little different. Like, I don't think they're the same switch, but apparently it's the exact same materials. I press X to doubt. Does it smell like cheese? Smells like plastic. What type of cheese? I guess, what kind of cheese would this just be? Like Swiss or cheddar or something? Probably Swiss or something like that. I have no idea. Dude, I love cheese. Cheese is so fucking good, dude. So damn good. Cream soda versus summertime V2. Which one would you choose for the Sonnet? I would choose cream sodas. I'm more partial to that particular... Is this Nimbus or is this Mizu? I can never tell between the two. I think this is Nimbus, right? This is not Mizu, is it? I can't remember now. Mizu doesn't have the white alphas. Or the white accent. Is it Mizu? Honestly, I don't know. You're right, it might be Mizu, actually. Maybe this is Mizu. It's Nimbus? What's the difference between Nimbus and Mizu again? I feel like they're the same set. Let me look this up. I'm too curious now. Nimbus. Okay. Oh, Nimbus has the white modifiers. Oh. Yeah, this is Nimbus. Yeah, this has white mods. Okay. Daddy's back on a Friday? What's up, Scotty? It's a very chill stream today. It's a client build. We've had a slew of client builds this week. So we're just hanging out, doing client stuff. I don't really have anything like super cool to show you guys. The Cycle 8 did arrive. We have a pretty packed fun next week. So actually, let me read that off to you guys too. Just wanted to ask, Neo 65 or Keychron Q2? I would personally pick the Neo. I would stay away from some of the Keychron stuff personally. I've heard very iffy things about their customer service stuff, and I'm just not into that. All right, next week we got the Cycle 8, we got the Taxi. Potentially, we're doing JJW's board. I think he said that he's not available to watch the stream, and obviously it's a personal board for him, so I don't know when we're going to do that. If not, I have a backup board, and then we're doing a Salvation next week as well. The week after, we're going to do the subathon. We're doing, if these even come in, something called the Flip 6P. I don't know how to pronounce this next one, the 75. And then we're doing something called the Solid Alex. And if this comes in, I'm really excited for this last one, the Rose 75. And then the next week after that, we're doing some other bangers too. So not the Magic Track. What's wrong with the Magic Trackpad? I like it. I like it a lot. What you building, buddy? We're building the Lena today. Dude, I'm enjoying using the trackpad. I think it's nice for everyday use. I like it more than this, to be honest. I kind of just like the gestures. It's been kind of nice. I've never seen this board in person, but I've heard it's a beauty. Let me take this plastic all out. I've heard this board is gorgeous. Sorry if this is loud. A lot of plastic. Based on different sound tests, I like the C7 better than the C8. We'll see. I'm not even sure of the Cycle 8. I've heard mixed reviews on the Cycle 8 so far. Jeez, this is big. All right. It's loud, but it's an exciting sound. New items. So apparently this client is coming from a Keychron board. So this is an interesting step up. Got that PCB action going on. Oh, this is hot swap? I didn't know this was hot swap. Dude, everyone's doing hot swap PCBs now. Like, everyone is. We got plates and stuff. We'll leave this. Actually, this is a desk pad? Oh, no. Wait, no. Is this? I don't know what this... I think this might be for the bottom of the board. I don't remember. I watched a little bit of content on it today. Using it right now. Do you like it? What did you build yours with? I'll take it. I live in a small Manhattan apartment with roommates. No real place to solder. Ooh, this is nice. I mean, I feel like everyone is. I did actually have a really interesting conversation with a vendor this morning. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold that thought. This is pretty. So this doesn't have feet, by the way. Wow, I love the machining here on the bottom. Look at the machining. Oh. I love this like little step towards the bottom as well. Damn, this is pretty. Oh, the side profile's insane too. Look at that side profile, guys. Oh. This was, I think this was a pricey board. This is not mine, by the way. This is a client board, but look, you can even see the machining. Like, I don't know if you guys can really tell me if I put my hand there for a shadow, but like this. See the machining on the bottom too? Like the little steps. This is really pretty. Even the, oh, that's nice too. Little, where the USB-C is. Even the ano on this feels really good. Like, this feels really high quality overall. Damn. The ano doesn't have that typical kind of ano finish, like feeling to it. It almost feels like it's been coated with something else. I have no idea what this is. Wow, this is beautiful. I think them adding the machining kind of just gives it this totally different texture on the bottom. And this is so classy too, just Lena in the corner. That is so classy looking. Lots of interest in these ergo boards and I'm here for it. Yeah, it's been ergo all week. We've done literally nothing but ergo keyboards. I hate the chalky ano. It feels like a bit chalky, but I don't mind it. Like, it's actually quite nice to me. Like, I kind of like this. It's not a super smooth ano. Like, this kind of has like a, almost like a, hard to describe. It almost kind of has, not a chalkiness really, but like a, not a grit either, just, maybe we'll call it chalky. It almost feels like a softer kind of, we'll call it chalky. Chalky's probably the best word, actually, come to think about it. Kind of like a grainy one, but it's not exactly super smooth. I think this might be, judging by what you guys are saying, this is probably very much a preference thing then. But to me, this is just feels really nice. I really like it. Damn, how's it look from the side? Okay. What a pretty looking keyboard. Geist I don't think was chalky. I think Geist was pretty standard, I'd say, for finish. This is really nice. God damn. So, this is considered what? An F-Rollless TKL style Alice type thing. It's that F-Rollless type deal, which I love, by the way. And we have our PCB. This is not really a review, but I think it's going to be slightly turned into one just because I've never seen this board before. So,
haven't caught a stream in a hot minute.
Brad Lowe, thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate that. I hope things have been good for you. Actually, let me get my scissors. I hope things have been excellent. We've been seeing some familiar faces this week, and I'm here for it. Do you feel like some stays in your hand? Sort of. It kind of like it's like a residue, almost like a film, sort of on the ano. But it's not a bad feeling to me, at least. But I can see why some people probably wouldn't like this. The media that was used for sandblasting before this is different than most boards. It's less luster as a result, and the surface feels very different. You have one too, right? The Lena. I kind of like it. It's different. It's definitely. I don't think it's probably for everyone, but the other board in your desk. Oh, the Encore from Matthew Encina /mode. We have our PCB here. Diodes are all looking good. Nothing's falling out of the package. I'm assuming I'll probably have to snap this bit off. What do we got for layouts here? So we have some pretty standard stuff. I think for most people using... Well, actually, this is actually a tricky one. I think for most people using Alice boards, you typically would go with a split right shift. But maybe for this one here, we leave this full. However, I don't think I'll like the look of that. And the client basically said they...
6 months
they leave it
already.
into my hands. So
that's crazy.
I think we split this. I think that'll be the better solution. You get an extra key. I really don't think many people utilize that gigantic full right shift. But I think we split this. I think it'll look better on this board. Disguise, thank you so much for a Prime. 6 months already. That's crazy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I feel like an ergo keyboard would hurt my hands. Believe it or not, it actually kind of makes your wrists not, you know, pronate inwards. Like, you kind of let you rest a little bit nicer, but it's quite nice. Happy Friday for everyone. Hi, Bull. How you doing? The Pixie, I have no... I don't know what even happened with Cruel World. I need replacement parts for the Pixie because I never, like, I got to use it working, and I never got replacement parts. So, Florian, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you. But I have no idea what happened to Cruel World, guys. Absolutely no idea. Thank you so much. I didn't even know the Pixie went on sale. All right, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave this full, split this, step this. I mean, it's hot swap anyways. If we really need, we can open it back up. All right, let me just quickly review some build notes. But thank you again, Florians. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're having an excellent day today. Hope everyone is. It's a good Friday. I mean, I hope everyone leads into the weekend having a good one too, man. I can't wait for everyone to just enjoy some hopefully nice weather. Freezer, thank you so much for a Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Where's my scent? Here we go. Let's see. What did our client today want to do for... I think there's only one plate, but I'm just gonna double check. Always good to be sure. Yeah, PC plate. Okay, cool. We're using cheese switches, which I think is an excellent choice for this. Good old cheese switches. I was actually going to say, because I didn't know this was hot swap, I was going to probably solder in a few Milmax sockets. I still need to place my goddamn orders. I keep forgetting. And then we have tons of cherry clip-ins. So let's start modding these. I've been dropping the ball with that. HMX for life, quite cheesy choice. I've been craving a grilled cheese, never mind. I want one of them grilled cheeses. Would kill for some... What kind of cheese is that? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Will you solder indicator LEDs? I don't think I saw any inside the box. So again, I'll probably have to email the client to see what color they want. I'm completely out of white LEDs at this point because I've just been using them for clients. So I probably need to email the client. But yeah, probably. I didn't even realize it didn't come with it. That's weird. I still don't understand. This is my major gripe with a lot of these brands at this point. They're going to build the boards like this. They're going to add indicator LEDs, like a slot for them. Why not just put it in the box? Like, why not just like, they're not even expensive. This adds like maybe 15 to 20 cents of cost to this. This is not just TGR. This is to every brand who continues to do indicators and then not put the LEDs in the box. Plus, it already had per key. Yeah, like, it already has per key. Just, you know, include some over here. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah, because, like, if someone bought this with the intention of not wanting to solder and then they get this, like, it's just it's a very stupid choice. Because F you. Yeah, for real. What was it? The other board that I did, the other TGR board also didn't have indicator LEDs. I'm still waiting for the client to respond back to that one. A bit ridiculous, to be honest. Alright, let's put these over here for now, and let's start clipping. The Dolus, yeah, the Dolus also didn't have them, which was stupid. Let me know if the music's too loud. I'm kind of just vibing with it today, so... Very based. Thanks, Rob. I'm just about to leave work, try to catch the tail end of the stream. If I miss it, hope it's a fun one for you guys. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day today, too. I think we need to do 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh. I could see maybe for durability, for shipping, it's still a pretty weak reason to not include them. Yeah, I mean, just, I would toss it in a little bag. It's going to be inside the keyboard case anyways, protect it. So it's a ridiculous thing to, you know, have your client now or the person buying your keyboard spend money on Amazon to buy tons of LEDs when they probably don't even need them, including shipping. So music's fine, perfect. I feel like this when Apple stopped including charging wires because reasons. I feel you there. Oh, that one flying. Have you heard of QMX stats? Are they any good? I have an entire lineup of stabilizer ranking on my stabilizer ranking web page. I don't have like a great name for it, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. It's just a ranking page for stabilizers. I don't have like the best of names for it. I don't know a great way to do this. They're at the bottom in terms of ranking only because you cannot mod them after you install them. They're fine in every other, like if you can get them good right out of the box, which is not impossible, but no, that's just how to loop stabs. Yeah, I don't know if someone wants to grab a link really quick because I'm just chopping these things up, but I appreciate it if you guys do. But they're at the bottom only because they're one of the only stabs you cannot modify post-install. And to me, that's a pretty big deal. I don't know about, you know, anyone else. And that's kind of why you'll see the ranking guide is very diverse in terms of what's being ranked. So if you are looking for a specific piece of information, maybe you just want to know how well they, you know, install or something, or the value of them, like price-wise, I tried to include as much information as possible. And I have no bias towards anything here. You know, like if you guys want to take it at face value, I work for Novel Keys, and Novel Keys sells QMX stabs, and I put them at the bottom just because I feel like they're hard to get right, and I don't want people to be upset. They are different in terms of sound profile ever so slightly though, so that's something to keep in mind. If your idea is to get something a bit quieter for stabilizers, the QMX are a no-brainer. They're probably the quietest stabs out of all of them. However, again, it doesn't take away from how hard they are to mod. What do I have my rankings as? Let's see. I have it at the top. I have a big legend here. It's a fairly diverse page. Yeah, cherry clip-ins, night stabs, mode stabs, Durok stabs, type plus stabs. The type plus ones are excellent. I've been really liking those. C3 equals, TX Rev 4, Gatoron V2, WS stab V3s, and then the glorious V2s are actually not awful. Stabies are number 11, and number 12 is QMX. Yeah, it's not always worth the hassle. I agree. I don't think it's the best use of anyone's time. No, I refuse to rank the original goat stabs. Glorious already doesn't like me, so... Have you tried cherry screw-ins? I have, but... No, I mean, actually, at this point here, I've probably used about 10 of them. I probably should add them to the list. They're going to be in the same level as, like, cherry clip-ins at that point. So I'm thinking about just cutting the difference there.
Looking extra cute today. You should do a little spin around in your chair to celebrate this occasion.
You know what? I would actually spin for you, Rock. I would debase myself to that, but I can't spin in this chair because there's too much stuff around me, and I'm going to knock everything over. My room's not the cleanest. You know what I mean? I would do that for you, but I don't think I can actually spin in this, my friend. It's okay. I'll wait. Oh my god. I have a question. Sorry for my English. I just don't know if I should put styrofoam. No, styrofoam. I think it's Is it conductive? I don't. Is it, guys? I think you wouldn't want to put that. I don't think you put that in the keyboard. I think you put foam. You put regular foam. But if you're asking like the white styrofoam, yeah, don't do that. I would not do that. Avoid. It's not conductive? Oh, I still wouldn't do that. Styrofoam sounds awful inside a keyboard. It sounds like it's squeak and stuff. Regular foam is fine. Just don't use styrofoam in my opinion. Actually, doesn't styrofoam have static charges and stuff? Doesn't it, like... I'm pretty positive it did. I don't know. I've been going down a mouse... Oh, Eloquan, you tell me not to do it and then you go do it? Come on, man. Eloquan. What's going on here, dude? Alright, let's get some lube and do some stabs. It does not conduct electricity, but it can make enough static electricity to damage sensitive electronic components. Oh, that helps then. Yeah, you would want to avoid that. That is not ideal to your cause. Where is my regular 205? I need this, and I need 205. Do I not? What the fuck would I do with it? Oh, this is not it. Wait, what happened to my 205? Oh, it's over here. It's because everywhere I go, people ask me about mice and mouse pads. I'm so sorry, Alquan. I am not helping you with that. Durok V3s have been ordered. Well, okay, I'm lying. They're in my cart. I'm going to be ordering them after the stream today. Why did I put it over here? I will get you guys Durok V3s to try out. I'm going to order 5 of them because that's my rule of thumb. I have to use at least 5 units for it to go on that little ranking chart there. Maybe in like a special scenario where maybe the stabs are super hard to get, I'll only use 1 or 2, but even with the night stabs, it took me a little while because I wanted to try out a lot of them. Yeah, there's Durok V3s. I don't know if the price is any different. Again, I just kind of shoved them in my cart, what was it, last night after stream, and then I didn't really take too much of a peek-sees and like compare. I think you guys mentioned that the, was it the stem or something is made out of a different material? I'm going to be honest, my Durok V3 knowledge right now is absolutely terrible. So, since when? I'd say a little while ago. Like, hasn't been that long, but it's been out a little while. Actually, let me see. Let's read this now with you guys here. So, Durok V3s are PCB mounted stabs mounted by screws. This updated version... New stem molded from an elastic support base for wires. Yeah, so I think these are going to be more or less kind of like smaller wire gap. Which is fine. I don't mind the wire gap being small. I just don't want the stem housing to be closer to the rest of the housing there. These are fucking expensive though, dude. 31 Canadian dollars for these? Well, how much are these in USD again? Let me see. 18 bucks. Still kind of expensive. All right, well, I'll bite the bullet and buy them. That's why we do these streams and stuff. I want to get the keyboard. Which one's that? Bizzini's with my friend, but I don't want. Wait, I don't know. Wait, what? But it would make some profit because people do not usually buy keyboards that often from a sketchy web, you know. I don't know what that is, Magma, but I'm not too sure which one you're talking about there. But if it's from a sketchy website, I would say do yourself a favor and not buy it, you know? Would you say the keyboard's layout's kind of weird? This one here? Nah, not really. I've seen this layout before. QWERTY Pop's an excellent vendor, I'd say. I have a vendor list if you guys are interested too. I try to keep lists of like a lot of things, even for my, it's not even sometimes for, you know, the community's sake, but even for my own sake. It just happens to help other people. They struggle just with typing because that's not their first language. Oh no, I know they said that. I'm not too sure what it is. But I don't know if I should make buzzins of it. If it's a sketchy website, Magma, I would just avoid it. I would avoid the living crap out of it. I do not think you should shop from a sketchy website. Oh my god, Alex. Hi, Krydar. They're making a website for selling keywords. Oh. Okay. I thought that moment isn't my website. Are you... Here's my 2 cents in this. If it's just like a website reselling people's keyboards, like if you're going to be designing keyboards, then do your thing. But if you're going to be reselling keyboards, I mean, if you're just going to become a vendor, then do your thing. You're going to have to lay the foundation for that, but I don't know. I don't know the premise of what you're trying to do, you know? Like if you're just going to be reselling, designing, making original products. I'm going to be honest, I think there's a lot of vendors that are well established already. You just kind of have to make connections in the hobby yourself doing that. You know what I mean? You're going to have to make good connections and really promote your products and follow up and be a good vendor if you're doing so, you know? I don't think it's the best time in the world to start doing keyboard vendor stuff though, unless you're trying to fill a niche. Or create something brand new, but to sell like the exact same things over and over again, this is why so many businesses during COVID ended up failing. I don't know, just my 2 cents there. There's been another keyboard like this, hasn't there, guys? Another FRL Alice TKL style type thing. I'm pretty positive we've seen something like this before. Like I'm like 95% positive. I received my Neo 80 and it just feels way out of its league. Such a great sounding board. It's a fantastic board. The Neo series is great. I'm actually considering about updating the top 5 keyboard list. I was going to do seasonal top keyboard picks, but I feel like more people are viewing that particular list. So I was thinking about keeping it updated as like ranking list for beginners, you know, entering the hobby type thing, and just trying to formulate some really good way to get information to people about what I'd recommend to try with the most options, and then kind of getting into specifics later. So it's all on my website, Satori. All on the little website there. I don't have exact links for you, but the ball catch system is so clutch, so easy to take apart. Yeah, it's fantastic. That and the Neo Ergo have to be 2 of the better keyboards that have come out from that brand, QWERTY Keys / Owl Lab style thing, you know? Yeah, BRS exactly like that. A lot of people ask me those questions anyways, and like, I think part of the reason why I want to do those things, BRS, it's just I feel like I'm copying and pasting a lot of answers, and I feel like if I just have an article there like ready to go, it'll help me cut back on having to do some of the copying and pasting. So, Alex, would you consider doing yearly recap articles for the hobby? Yeah, I want to do one this year here too. I did a recap video with like awards type thing a long time ago, and it was like a really big success. But then I also realized that kind of isn't really fair to a lot of people doing awesome stuff that maybe didn't knock it out of the park sales wise. So I think a recap video with a recap article with more information and more digestible than a video is probably better. Will you make a list of top 5 keyboards for people who are not into customs? That can be really good too. I've been looking at more of those style keyboards. Yeah, I can do that, Farhan. I think you guys will see a lot more of these type things. Like I'm already doing a lot more articles this year, but come September, I want to just really dial in on the written stuff. I love writing, guys. It's so much fun. It has to be one of the more interesting mediums that I've done in a little bit, and I am so happy about it because I don't know, how can I word this? Doing videos is great. Doing how can I say this? Doing Twitch streams is, I love it. It's great, but Twitch streams can be very tiring. And I think with like articles, you can really take your time. By the way, why is my camera so far this way? With those things, you can really kind of like take your time, you know, with like the articles. So it's been a little bit more refreshing to do. And I feel like people really appreciate the articles. So thank you, Boomer. But yeah, I feel what you mean. Sometimes I feel like I'm great at writing things, but sometimes the process does feel a little bit lengthy. That's why I break it up into several days. Hello, super close to the camera. I know, I had to get really close to fix that. I don't know if it's Grammarly anymore. I use one of those programs that helps me correct grammar. Half the times I just use what's baked in. Sometimes I'll run it through like a spell checker and stuff too, or something to help restructure bad sentences, which is basically just the grammar checker type thing. I do that very often. I did dabble one time with using AI, and even with all the right prompts and stuff, the AI article for keyboards just make no fucking sense because it doesn't really understand the nuances of things that literally just come out. So I just don't do that. So I've been doing just more like just small grammar checks and stuff like that. I try to go back though, and what I do is I write the article first in point form, then I write it in sentences, then I run it through Grammarly or something, whatever I use. I don't remember the program. Then what I do is I actually go back and add some personality to it. Because I feel like if I just do point form, it feels like a robot. So I'll go in and, you know, actually add some of like how I speak and try to add my talking voice to the article. AI sucks the soul? Dude, it really does. Like, I remember the first time I tried using it, just out of sheer curiosity, I'm like, dude, what is this? It's so like blunt and to the point. And then I had a friend one time said I had to train it and stuff with using my own articles and using my speaking voice. But then I really thought about it, and I'm like, if I'm going to train it, it's just me. It's going to be me anyways, so why not just do the work? Grammarly and ChatGPT. If you guys are using ChatGPT to correct grammar though, go for it. I feel like that's actually quite helpful. That can be very awesome. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I use that for grammar stuff too. Or just some sort of AI-based program for grammar. But for actually writing stuff, it's like, especially more like topics that it doesn't understand, nuanced stuff, it's fucking terrible. You should train one and release an Alex chatbot for us. Gosh, I don't even know how to do that. It's pretty bad when it comes to grammar and spelling. I actually sort of disagree on the grammar and spelling aspect. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's fine for grammar and spelling. Theoretically, you're just doing the work because you enjoy the articles. If you don't like writing things, then just don't. Exactly. I'm with you there. I think more times than none, like, people will probably use them for like grammar and stuff, but Yeah, it's a process. It's an art form. I think you guys should enjoy the art form of doing things like that. But again, just for correction stuff, like I'm not the best of grammar in the world, right? I'll use those programs sometimes for grammar, spell checks. AI can be good for like asking how to say something in a different way rather than writing a whole article, IMO. Yep, I feel like that's a good little thing too, kind of like an ask. I have a few friends who do writing though for a living, and I'll ask them questions half the time because I think they're more fluent, I guess, in what I'm trying to ask rather than asking a bot. You know what I mean? And in France, people are so entitled about the well writing. It's just exhausting to have to say every time to people to just deal with it, and bad grammar spelling don't remove anything from the underlying meaning. No, you're right there. You're very right. Sometimes it is just more of a formality, but I feel like it helps. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way, and thank you guys for all the subs today and using your primes here. I really appreciate the love. Thank you, everybody. Let's put these away for now. This will keep out. I'm against AI just based on the incredibly toxic environmental implications. But if I'm going to be using it anyways, it should be a tool to remove mundanity from tasks, not replace artistic endeavors. Yeah, even from an art side though, like, let me explain to you guys from a Photoshop aspect. It's fun to use for small little projects. It is incredibly fucking terrible to use, and excuse my language, for even using AI to extend backgrounds and stuff. Like, if you really, you don't even have to zoom in. You can literally tell. There's two ways you can tell with like the AI stuff. And let's just use Photoshop, for example. If you're extending out a background, what the AI will do, even if you try to use those like little applications where it kind of like shrinks down like to 200 pixels at a time and it does like these little batch processing things. First of all, the color is never 100%. It's always a smidge off. And you can tell there's like a line in your image. So if this is the area which is your original image and this is outside of it, there'll be like a little line all across here where you can tell the color is off. Then it can't accurately depict noise. If you guys take photos, you'll understand that there's always a noise or an ISO that happens with film, you know, slash digital imagery. It can never replicate that perfectly. So again, you'll see a full-on line across the image. And I've had a few people show me their Photoshop stuff with this line. It's bad. I think just using Content Aware, which I don't think is AI-based, it's been around for such a long time. Content Aware is somewhat better, but I think with, like the Content Aware is basically what I've been using forever. That will replicate things based off of what's already in the photo. So it kind of stamps it, clone stamps it out. But yeah, the AI stuff for commercial practice is fucking garbage. It's terrible. Meanwhile, I get crap for actually using Photoshop to do things myself. I hate the argument that it's good enough. Good enough isn't good enough. Yeah, if it's for personal use, do your thing. You know, I don't give a fuck. It's not gonna do your thing. But for commercial stuff, it is pretty awful. I definitely agree with that, but I think it gets scarily close sometimes with color and noise. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've tried a whole bunch. I mean, even recently, like sometimes when I don't know how to edit something properly, like even the clone stamp's not working right, I'm like, let me just try to get a base with AI, and it's never enough, dude. It is so bad. Half the times I end up wasting time trying to get the AI to be somewhat accurate, and then I end up clone stamping it all, or just what I'll do sometimes is I'll actually take 2 photos and then just use the other photo as like sampling for the background that I want. But that actually takes less time sometimes than getting the AI to be like 100% right. So it's never like the best thing in the world to do. Actually, let me take the plate out before we do this. Anyways, that's my rant. Not really a rant, but just I don't think it's quite there for the tasks that people want it to do. Oh shit, we build this way here. Okay. So what bit do I need for this? Don't get me wrong, it's fun to use when you're just having fun with it. I think a bunch of you guys in Discord use it all the time just for funsies to come up with stupid ideas and stuff like that, but yeah, for professional use, nah. The manual work with clone stamp and masking usually works way better. Yes. And it's actually quicker. Is Unikey lubing, filming, and spring swapping for cherry switches good? Yes, it is a thinner lube that they use, and I've tested their lubing service. It's good. There's a but to this. If you don't like switches that are lightly lubed, because they do it very well, but it's lightly lubed, you might not like their lubing service. If you want something a bit more tailored to what you want, or maybe you have a certain person that likes, you know, doing things too, like a certain style that you prefer, you probably won't like their lubing service, but it is a little lighter in application, yes. Okay, I can't get that particular screw out. Is copper plate closer to brass or aluminum? Closer to brass. IMO. IMO. Ooh, this is so pretty. Damn. Are Cherry MX 1As basically Cherry MX Hyperglides? It's a great question. I'm actually not too sure. I don't know if someone can help us answer that. I'm not too sure. Oh, let's use a different bit. Super excited, got a notification that my Matrix 1.3 arrives next week. Let's go. Oh, I didn't know those were shipping yet. That's really cool. The fuck? How big is this bit in the inside? Wait, what? Hold on a second. Aren't Hyperglides broken in? No, those were Ultra Glides. Oh, this is just really loose. Ooh, good thing these screws did not come out in shipping. Hyperglides are just whatever the latest MX molds are. Yeah, I am not a super switch expert, guys. I know basics of most of the switches and how things sound, but some of the more keen details, I think there are better people to get information from. Unfortunately, it's hard to keep up with all that stuff. But yeah, MX2A is the newest version of Cherry switches. I don't think they're going to be producing anything other than MX2A molds now, from what I understand. It does have some slight differences. Apparently the stock lube on the MX2As is atrocious. I don't know. I've only used one batch of them, so it's hard to say. But everyone I've spoken to says they hate the stock lube on the MX2As. The Lumen Key 60 I'm hoping to take a look at, because I also love Lumen Key projects. I think they're fantastic. Very underrated, underrated keyboard stuff from Lumen Key. Gateron Smoothies on the way. It is. Same with the Mirror Lake switches. Alrighty, let's move this off to the side. I will say, not only is the texture of this feel different, but I think there is a different sheen or some sort of different visual aesthetic that this different kind of, I think Saker said it was a different type of sandblasting or something, but it definitely gives off more of like a matte finish. Not really have the typical shine that the other aluminum ones do, which is interesting. I like this. Again, I don't think it's for everyone. I think maybe this texture is a little bit more chalky, like you guys said. I agree with that sentiment, but I think it's quite pretty. Alex, I've been watching your YouTube videos and I really enjoy your content. Thank you, Skimmer. Read your article about stabs too. I love it. I have a small question. How do you make spacebars and aluminum sound so good? Ooh, that's a toughie. So, I personally think to get stabs to sound good, you need to first of all know how to lube your switches. Seat your switches properly. Make sure you can get your stabs to a decent spot. You can actually start off by lightly lubing them. You don't need to go crazy. The most important thing with stabilizers though, and spacebars, it's really the keyboard itself. Like if I have a keyboard that has a mounting point underneath of it where the spacebar is, pretend this is a long spacebar here. If there's mounting points, it's rarely going to sound good. But if you have the chance or opportunity to remove any mounting points, like unscrew it or just take out the gaskets or just cut it off, that's what kind of helps open up the sound of a spacebar, which makes it sound poppy like you see from a lot of my content. Just my 2 cents on that. Actually, probably just... There we go. Will you build the board also without backweight for comparison? This one? Without a backweight? Probably not. This is not really a review stream. The Salvation is one of the better spacebars. It has a great spacebar. Salvation did an excellent job with its spacebar. You can build it without? Oh. Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the client's intention is with this, and I don't really want to disassemble it for that. But actually, let's move this out of the way here. Time for me to go get a saw blade. This is Zim mode. Dude, good luck, have fun, be careful. Also, Alex is also good at finding spacebar switches to match sound profiles. Yeah, also the switch you use very much matters. That is a very good point too. I kind of like co-working streams on work from home days. It feels like having co-workers nearby chatting in a weird, comforting way. Yeah. I also need to be watching co-working streams or have someone with me talking these days. It just feels a better vibe. I mean, I work from home, obviously, so it's just a nicer vibe, dude. Nice having some sort of social aspect to your day, you know, BRS? How's work going for you, though, man? How is work going? I think this only works on one layout, right? I think this only works on 2.25. Oh, no, we can do either way. Nice. We'll just do 2.25 for this guy. Oh, the clip-in doesn't work too well here. There we go. Okay. There was a trend for work from home people would Zoom each other and not even hold a meeting, would just be present. It helped a lot of people. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Lunch and watching Alex stream is always wonderful, but not as wonderful as lunch with Alex. Hey, yo, Zany. I think you do need human connection in life. Like, you do. It's to live a life completely of solitude is extremely difficult, guys. You need people there. Community. That's why community, and that's why I stress very often the community is very important at all that we do. So, Alex, have you noticed when the plate is on the PCB, the top edge doesn't line up properly? When you screw in the plate on the top, one of the screws might need to be forced over the PCB. Whoa. Was that a mistake they made, Saker? Oh, I see that. You're talking about this right over here? Interesting. I think that is a mistake, huh? Did you plan this Alice build marathon? Not really. It kind of happened by accident. But then when I saw it, I was laughing. And I was like, all right, well, we're doing Alice's all week, I guess. Yeah, I'll be doing more lubing streams. I'm really considering. I have an open slot that just randomly opened at the end of July. And I'm just thinking about doing a lube stream.
Hey, everyone doing good.
What's up, Just? How you doing? I'm doing really good today. I think today's a very chill day, and I'm very grateful for it. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing more lube streams, and I was even thinking about going back to some of those, like, you know, 11 p.m. streams that we used to do, where we just kind of like hang out late at night and just talk keyboards and talk shop about things like this. So Alex is really chill. Thanks, guys. I think that's the goal of these streams, just to be relaxed. Keyboards are sometimes background noise here. I was playing Diablo 4 all night. trying to get my reputations all maxed, and God, I hate that thing about Diablo. It's so time consuming doing that stuff. It's so good now. Like, Diablo 4 is not the same game that it was when it released. I am so much enjoying it. They really changed that game around. I'm hesitating to try that new game that everyone I know is talking about, the one from Nexon. What is it called again? Last Descendant or something? I don't know if I want to try that game. That game looks tedious, and if it's just a cross between Destiny and Warframe, it just sounds grindy. Yeah, First Descendant. I don't know if I want to do that one there. Path of Exile 2, absolutely yes. Once that comes out, I might even just drop Diablo for a bit, but I'm looking forward to the new expansion for Diablo. I think that's going to be fun. Anything from Nexon's a no from me. Nexon's so notorious for microtransactions and grindiness. Trust me, my Maple Story days. Oh boy. When I was younger, I remember I went to the store. It was my first ever job, and I was playing Maple Story, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna treat myself to like a $50 Nexon card. And then it was just like, you didn't get the gear that you wanted, like the VNX that you wanted, because it was all random. And it was fucking gambling, dude. It was gambling. And then you're just like, well, fuck, I need to go spend another $20 because I need that one piece of gear, and I can't seem to roll it. And I just, after that, when I realized what was going on and my brain finally clicked, I'm like, never again, dude. And then I stopped. But it was bad for a little bit. Like when I had my very first job as a teenager, I was like, this is, what am I doing? Fuck that gacha shit, dude. It's gacha games are not good, dude. They're terrible. Sometimes games need like a year these days for all the negative feedback to finally result in the positive change. I think my criticism though for Diablo, and I hope this makes sense, is they had Diablo 3 to base off the criticism, you know? That's what really bothered me about the whole Diablo decisions. I don't blame the developers. It's obviously the people in charge. But they literally made all the exact same boring mistakes they did with the beginning of Diablo 3. And I think the only reason Diablo 3 is more tolerable at the beginning was because there was the real world marketplace that you could buy things. First time on your live stream and really love your videos, by the way. Thank you, Pug. I appreciate that. I'll have some more videos edited, hopefully. I'm going to try to finish the SAT75 video tonight. But if not, that'll be on the weekend. But I'll have a whole bunch. I've seen that the plate is tight. Plate on these HMX ones seem okay. It does seem a smidge tighter than normal for a PC plate, but it kind of works with the HMX switches here. Got our little cheese block. Gotta love it. The SAT75X is pretty good. I'm genuinely enjoyed it. I am not keeping the one they sent over, but I already had to message them being like, you know what? When this comes out, I'm probably gonna have to buy one because I think me and my girlfriend both like the keyboard a lot. Cheese on PC, polycarbonate and cheese. What a great combo, huh? 99% of gamblers quit before they win big. Well, I didn't win big in Maple Story, but I think my other gripe with Maple Story 2 is this is one of the worst gripes I have with the game. I spent so much time with those characters, right, in whatever server it was in. And then they went ahead and released a server, which was like Reborn or something like that, where everything happens faster. And I don't think you can transfer your character into that server, but then all the other servers died as a result of it. And I know that was fucking intentional on their part. Like, Nexon's scummy for that shit. But the fact that now I had to restart characters, you lose all of your cash shop stuff. It was so scummy, dude. Like, fuck them for doing that. That's what really drove me to not play that game anymore, was how much stuff I lost because it was locked on a different server. But that's basically when I quit the game. Like, that was it. Like, I had enough at that point. Okay, 1/2 of our cheese board is done here. I had several characters that were geared, and anytime a new update came, they made a new server and had to restart all over. Yeah, and it's not like Diablo, you know, like seasonal stuff. It was just literally new servers, and it was just dumb. I can't buy Switches with salty, savory names. If I ever were to release a Switch, which I'm hopefully working on one right now, something very interesting. Little tease for you guys. I'm just going to call it a very basic name. I was thinking of using a fun name for it. And then as I thought that, I'm not even kidding you guys, a Switch released in the same name. And I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to call it like Linear Gray Switch or something like that. Like, I'm not calling it a silly name anymore. Like, it's just going to be whatever color I make the Switch plus whatever it is. Linear X Switch, whatever. I'm not doing the silly name. Like, I'm not going to call it, like, Orange Sunset, Burnt Sienna, like, Oil Painting, Van Gogh Switch. I'm not doing that. The Pantheon one was pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. Curved Death Switch? Lady, why do we have to take it to that? That's crazy. Hey, not for much longer, though, guys. Soon. Give me a month. Call it the Light Switch. Bust out those Pantone names. Bro, you know what'd be even better, though? Hey, hear me out. Let's start a new trend, guys. Let's call Switches by monitor code names. What do you guys think? We really want to confuse everyone in the hobby? We start using monitor code names. The AOG 27 454 221 X2 -21 -4B. And then, better yet, depending on what vendor gets the Switch, we add a regional code at the very end too. And we never tell people the differences between the regions. They'll just be hidden differences that everyone has to decipher on their fucking own. Oh man, it sounds like exactly what this hobby needs. Dude, I'm telling you. More mystery. Full-on mental warfare. I feel like we're gonna get to there, and I want to be the first person to do it. 3.5 L225S switches by HMX. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Half the times when I'm reading those monitor code names, I'm like, what am I reading? How did we get to this? Why can't you just call it like your new line of V4? You know, I'm fine with using V4, V5. Just call it like a 27-inch OLED V1. You know, like, keep it simple. But instead, it's like, you know, a myriad of different letters and numbers in a sequence. So if it's in the US, if we're gonna get a totally different regional codes, and then vendor codes, and then there's just gonna be codes for everything, and no one's gonna know if there's actually differences or not. Want to sell diamond polished, lubed, filmed, and spring swapped AG456 UCZDs? Can you imagine someone doing a keyboard stream and then being like, so we got the new AG456 UCZDs in area code USA V2s. And you're just, everyone in chat's just like, what the fuck are you going on about, dude? Sorry if this has been answered a lot. Is the grading happen tomorrow? Probably not. I was thinking about doing tomorrow. I might have something that come up personal life-wise, because this is my only day off this week is tomorrow. I scheduled it for next week, but then JJW said he's not available to watch it during the week, so we might move it to the week after. So what's Alex's favorite 3 linears? I actually have a little list for linear switches that I like. It's on, oh, I need these still. It's on the website. I don't remember everything that I always tell you guys, because I think it changes on a weekly basis, but I think the more popular ones are Cherry Nixies, Gatorade Milky Yellows. I like the HMX lineup, it's nice. Lately I've been really liking the SWK stuff. In stock TKL. There's not a whole hell of a lot right now, Silent. It's a lot of Alice keyboards these days. Like a metric butt ton of Alice keyboards. Assuming these all line up like this. The loop is really good. I think the loop is great. I don't think visually the loop is for everyone, but I like the loop. It's good. Not visually though. I like it sound-wise and feel-wise. Visually, not my favorite mode keyboard. Is Mr. JJW working on another TKL? Maybe he'll let us take a look at it. I have a loop and a Neo 80. The Neo 80 I think is still one of the better in-stock ones you can probably grab right now. If you guys are interested. I don't think Ori's releasing anything that I know of. Another Ori board would be really fun. When it'll be an Alex collab? Like where I design something? I can't say too much about that, but maybe sooner than you think. And by sooner than you think, it's not very soon to be honest, but. And then if you want something I collabed on, I have the Mode Sonic collab. I think there's like about 30 left of them. I don't know if you guys are interested in those. Those are still up. Those are more side grades, the original sonnets. So if you guys like have an original sonnet and you guys don't need a new one, then don't get it. I'm being honest with you guys. Just not worth spending an extra $300 or $400 on it. But if you guys wanted the sonnet, there's a sonnet. Any sickest AF 60s in the future you know about? There's one coming out called the PAL, P-A-L. I think that's a 60. Let me double check. You guys might be interested in that one there if you're looking for a keyboard. PAL by Banana Stand Works. This is the one here. Yeah, you guys might like this. It's a 60 with an exploded arrow. You might like this guy. We're going to be taking a look at this towards the end of the month. I think this and maybe, I don't know if the Void was 60 or 65 now. You guys might like this guy. This should be a fun one to take a look at. This is kind of like that other board that we took a look at from, it's called the Universe. That one there had the same idea because it was inspired by this. The IV Works Umbra also looks really cool. I was actually talking to Jeff about that this morning. But yeah, those are some interesting boards you might like. The PAL looks cool. I think the PAL is like very much my aesthetic. So I think a lot of people might be interested in that one there. I think that's going to be a very small project, by the way, because I think Protozoa is running it. Super small project, like very small batch. They don't want to do a lot of these, from what I understand. I don't use right shift at all. I think if we do a poll here today, not a lot of people do right shift. I only use right shift? Shit, now I kind of want to do a poll. / poll. Oh my god, I cannot type. Poll. Shift? Wait, right shift. Question mark, question mark. Yes, nah. We'll do 10 minutes. All right, pulls up. I only I only use left when I'm playing games. If I type left doesn't exist. How do you do? Oh shit! I see what you mean, Saker. This is like really recessed in there. All right, that's gonna be interesting to get in. Yeah, what do you guys use? Like, oh, sorry. Do you guys use the right shift? Is better the question there. Go in via and set center shift. Profit. Center shift. What's center shift? Ooh, my camera just freaked out. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used right shift ever in my entire life. Usually I bind it to something else or I just don't use it at all. I see what you guys mean. I have to sneak this underneath the PCB. That's a bad design. So this screw had to, like, see how it sits underneath the PCB? Weird. Was that done on purpose? I feel like they just kind of missed a cutout on the PCB over here. The IF from Click Clack. Let's see. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be hopefully taking a look at this. It seems interesting. I like all the features on it. I'm a little concerned that the shell of the case is a little bit tacky, but I like the way that the keyboard's kind of like, it has all these fun features. I think it pushes the envelope in terms of like some fun stuff on it. And I kind of remember this project from a long time ago. I don't know if this project was an older project, but I remember something like this being pitched at one point with the same kind of layout and with the thumbprint thing. And I remember someone reaching out to me, and it sounds like the same designer. But I don't know if it's an older one. Hi, Logan. What plate did you end up installing on your Sonnet 2? I have two of the Sonnet 2s, the redos. I have one with a PC plate where I did top mount and one with gaskets. And, oops, in both, I kind of like the gaskets. Both sounded great. I think the PC plate was a bit more universal for both the top mount as well as the gaskets. But I ended up liking the aluminum plate just a smidge more for the gasketed version. So if your idea was to use the gaskets or the lattice blocks, get aluminum. You won't regret it. In my elementary school and typing classes, they taught us to switch between shifts depending on which letter you use. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, they might have taught me that. I just didn't listen. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Probably better for typing form, too. I didn't learn that. They might have, but they might have taught us, but I just ignored it. All right. God, this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous keyboard. We'll have to email the client after the stream to see if they want LEDs installed. I may actually just have to order a whole new batch of LEDs because I think I only have colorful LEDs left. None of the standard white or warm LEDs. No more Logitech mouse? I have it here still. I'm just finding it insanely frustrating to do Photoshop work on it. Believe it or not, I'm actually better with the trackpad. My hand just does not function properly doing... I don't know, dude. I can't do fine movements with this mouse. I can't. I don't know why. My head does not wrap, like, it's not wrapping it. Teha did. I actually was talking about it for a little while. I think Nathan grabbed it himself. Someone actually sent this over to me for me to try. They were kind enough to let me try it, but I think Mr. Nathan got it first. I've been complaining and being irked by my desktop mouse for the workstation for quite some time though. I think I'm gonna settle on probably using this, the trackpad. Just because, again, I kind of also do work from my my MacBook, so this is like very familiar to me. A non-dominant hand is so clunky. Yeah, it is. Apparently you really got to put hours into this to make it feel really good, but I haven't got to that point yet. So nice.
I have a serious question. Do the switches smell like cheese?
No, I think people were experimenting with scented switches at one point, and I think that works for nice scents, but I think cheese might be a little, guys, I don't know if I'd want to open up my switches and have them smell like cheese. I don't know if that's the goal. I don't know if that's like the move. Why scent it? I don't know. I really don't. I couldn't answer you guys for that. I really don't have a great answer. Other than just because it's possible. Remember scented stickers growing up? I don't know if that was a thing for everyone, but... Absolutely unhinged. Yeah. Dude, this board is stunning. Let's take another look at the back of this board. I had to ask. Even if they smelled like pizza, I don't think I'd be that into it. Look how gorgeous this keyboard is. The machining on this is top tier. I can see why this definitely had a higher price point. Stunning. Look at that. This is very beautiful. Again, I know we've already talked about it like 3 times. The finish on this board is a smidge different than regular Anno 2. I think Saker was saying it's just the way they sandblasted it, but it has more of a matte look and a chalky feel to it. Oh, Tim Keelis. Almost as stunning as you. Me? Bro. Damn. Wholesome Tim. Got me. Who's got me smiling like that? It's Tim. People will be like, bro, did you accidentally spill pizza on your keyboard? Actually, here, Tim, what do you think about scented switches? Like, imagine your keyboard, you open it up and it's like you got cheese switches today. What if it was like a cheese smell? I can see that working again, guys, for like coffee maybe, and like now you can piss right off with that. Yeah, I'm not about it either. That should be illegal. But yeah, like cheese, would you? I don't think I would want that, guys. Like a fruit smell, even that, like I think I would just get fucking tired of it, dude. Like imagine even if it was like cherry or something. Like dude, that would get so tiring having to smell that every single time you opened up the keyboard. I think I'd pass on that, be honest. Even if it was coffee. I have a coffee scented like candle, and even that I get super sick of rather fast, so I'm on the no side of that. Very much the no side. No. Original chip scent? Who said that? Kids Grace. I'm okay with that, actually. Original chip scent? Hell yeah, I'll do that one. That'd be the only scent I'd like to have. What do you think of copper plate on the Sonnet 2? Not a huge fan of aluminum. I haven't tried it. I would personally just go with the PC plate then. Or a plastic plate. I think copper might be a bit heavy. Sound signature wise. So I am not too sure personally what I would go with for that. Copper, like I'm not too familiar with the copper sound signature. Maybe that's more what I mean to say. Guess we'll do these arrows here. Enter. I don't think I want to do accent enter for this. I think we'll let the accent arrows do some of the talking. Did you by chance try FR4 at the new Sonnet? I tried just PC and aluminum so far. I have a copper plate. I want to do one more build with the new Sonnet because I really enjoy the new Sonnet. I think it sounds fantastic. To me, it feels phenomenal in comparison to the original Sonnet. I just think I like the extra bit of softness that the lattice blocks provide. Now, I don't have all the experience with all the plates in the new Sonnet, so I'll have to try some other ones out too. Maybe that's a task for another day type thing. Why does it feel like I'm missing some of the... Okay, I'm just gonna leave these off to the side for now. Right shift 1. Did right shift win? Ain't no way, dude. Navy plus purple night combo. Oh, that would be really nice. Oh wait, did I miss a control? Okay, I'll come back to this bag later. I'll come back to this one. I feel like I need to put the alphas in, then I can decide the rest of this. I'm surprised. I mean, that's kind of cool to see how many people like can appreciate different things. But I am pretty shocked. Ooh, these spacebar are so nice. We went with the 2.25U, so that is this guy, pretty positive. What's up, Kimon Win? How you doing? What is going on with this? Why aren't we? Oh, I think I put this switch in the wrong spot. This switch goes more like this. Okay. Which happens pretty often with all the sus things in life. Wait, what happened? What's sus things? Do we need anything else here? No, right? These are all done. I appreciate the client separating all these things. This is handy as hell. What's sus things? We don't do sus things. There's only one streamer I know who does sus things. It's Teha Types. The sussy man himself. QWERTY. Just enjoying 12 hours after being out of town? Oh, sleeping 12 hours. I don't... Damn, I am jealous that you can do 12 hours of sleep. I wake up with headaches when I do 12 hours. I don't know what it is. I did it the other day because I wasn't feeling like 100%, and I woke up with a headache and a half. How was being out of town? Was it relaxing? Tinga Types is crazy. Tim Keelis would never do sussy things. He is not that type of guy. He only does wholesome coffee streams. I don't see any person licking keyboards. Probably for the better. Coffee? Where? Tim Keelis. He's a coffee streamer. One day I'll introduce him to keyboards. One day. I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. But I think it would be really fun to see Tim get into different things. Be kind of neat. I was thinking about giving him his first keyboard. Have him build it on stream or something, you know? You gotta wake up halfway through the sleep of the 12 hours and chug water? I guess maybe that's what it is. That's a very good point. Maybe it's just dehydration at that point. Ooh, this does sound nice. Sorry, I'm kind of cheating a little bit and typing on things here. I heard he loves drinking his coffee. Oh, shit. That's pretty crazy that you'd say that. Page down that goes here. Ooh, this is a nice set for this. Also scooped. Scooped is the way. Do we do alpha colored tilled or mod colored tilled for this? That is the real question here, guys. The keyboard starter kit, like Lego one. Oh, that would be really fun to gift some people and be like, build this, who are not just into keyboards in general. Yes. Oh shit, that's loud. Is it a plane? It'll balance out. So we leave it on? Hold on, I'm not too sure what the yes was for here. Leave it as is? Okay, okay. We leave it today. We do not touch it. UIO. Also, hi Frank. Pause, F10, shift. We already tuned all the stabs, so these should just sound good right off the rip here. Hi Bang, how you doing? Hi everyone who's just tuning in for the right now or from earlier and I haven't said hi to you. Hello. Alpha pipe but mod tilled? Shit, am I committing like treason right now? Do I change it up? Is this what do I do? Insty, can we make a poll? Or Frank, I don't know who wants to make a poll. Can we make a poll by any chance? Do we have time to do a poll? Leave it. This is the Alex special. I feel like that's a bad thing. Poll, sure. Mostly because tilt isn't the mod key. Looks a bit weird. Okay, I'll let you guys decide. I'll let you guys decide. Okay, so I guess this is going to be code or super or something, and this will be... I don't know. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with these. I'm doing great. Graduated a few days ago. Congratulations. That's huge news. Can we get some congrats for Bang for graduating? Tilt isn't the mod, just like Adam. Adam's not even here. That's crazy, Platey. Adam got dissed up and he's not even here. All right, I'll change it to whatever you guys vote on. Poor Adam. Got him. Okay, is it just me or is the keyboard looking hella soft right now? Like, is it looking like a cloud? Just like the keycaps and say they are. I'm not gonna lie, this is just... What a joy. This is pretty. It's floating in the sky. It looks soft even in the camera. Exciting, exciting. I'm very happy with this. We'll get the extra B. You're streaming in 4K? Yeah, we have 4K streams. Although sometimes I wonder if it's actually doing well in 4K. But we're stuck on a 6,000 kilobyte per second bit rate. So it's not always the best, even though you might think it is. So change to alpha tilt, leave mod tilt. Ooh, people want me to change it? Okay, I guess we need to figure out what goes in here. This is home and end. Where's end? So wait, where's home? Oh, here's home. Okay. These all are done for the most part now. Maybe I'm just gonna put pause and print here. I don't know what else we could put here. I'll leave this out. Where is it? This one here. My girlfriend's Bakken Echo Go just came in. That shipped really quick, actually. Didn't those just go on sale like the other day? Yeah, comfy keyboard streams in 4K works just because you're right. 6K bitrate, not a huge deal when it comes to like more static content like this. All right, so I have to revisit this now and figure out some stuff here. So give me a moment to sort through all this. Is there no super that will fit here in this particular set? Or is it only 1U supers? Does Nimbus not come with those? Also, I feel like we're missing a control too. Oh, here's control. I thought sets normally come with like a 1.5U super. Or am I very wrong on that? Oh, it looks like we're changing it to alpha. It's quite rare. Is it actually? Why do I think I've seen it before? I guess let's just put super here, and we'll just put alt here. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, we'll just put alt here. I feel like that works. Okay. The Bakken Echo was supposed to arrive tomorrow. Super quick delivery. Yeah, that sounds like it definitely like hit a good one for shipping. God, this looks so good with this keycap set. This is so pretty. Holy. It's like a fluffy cloud. I think it's the texture of, yeah, the matte finish. Exactly what I was about to say, Muggle. The matte finish of the board, of the Anno, is really lending to the softness of this keyboard. Okay, my camera over here really needs to be reset again, but yeah, you can really see how, like, look at this. Look how well the matte finish looks. That is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I'd love to see more keyboards in this finish. Even the black from the gaps look great. Yeah, it almost looks soft in a way too. Wow, this is really pretty. Again, I really want to stress, I think if this was a standard shiny Anno, like, you know, what you normally see, this would have looked different. Here's the bottom of that keyboard again. Love the machining on this. They did an excellent job. This is so unique. This is such a pretty keyboard. Man, falling in love right now. It's nice to see like different techniques done that you can really appreciate on boards. Like, this is gorgeous, dude. I'm gonna have to take some photos of this one. So pretty. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the side profile on this. Look at this. Look how sick this is. Like, come on, dude. This is beautiful. Even just the way they kind of made these sharp corners just work with the board is just, it's great. I just love the textures on this. I love the finishes. They've done even great. Like, normally when people use these, you know, cursive fonts on boards, they can look tacky, but this is very tasteful. Love the side profile. Finish is great. Maybe the only thing I don't love, but this is kind of, you know, reminiscent of what TGR is having this giant TGR namesake here. And the thing I really didn't like about this board is they didn't include LED indicator LEDs. Like, they just said, go buy your own. That's fucking stupid. Just include them, man. Just include them. It doesn't cost much. But there's no feet on this keyboard either, by the way. But I guess let's... Oh, I didn't know there's... Oh, yeah, there was backlight on this. Well, I'm going to turn those off somehow, because this is pretty ugly with the LEDs. Where's the... Where's VIA? Is this VIA compatible? It is pretty ugly with these. I do not like the LEDs. Not a feet enjoyer. Lighting. Yeah, okay, it's VIA compatible. Let's just turn this off. So nice. Okay.
Hey Alex, hope you're having a good free A.
Dude, free yay is sick. I'm very yay because it's Friday, man. Thank you, Dan Paul. I appreciate you, dude. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for 23 fucking months of being here, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Friday is... It's nice. I love the way they said it, though. The thing said free yay. All right, so these are cheese switches on a PC plate, top mount config, TGR Lena. Ooh, this is one of the rare ones that has a really good spacebar. I actually think the spacebar suits the rest of the board here. Although I might see if we can make this one a bit brighter. Actually, no, I like it like that. It's bright. It's nice and bright if you guys are interested in that kind of sound profile. Ooh. Okay, nice mods on the backspace. Well, we can try one thing. We can try switching into Nixie. Because Nixies will actually produce a pretty bright sound profile for spacebars sometimes, or just mods. So let's give that a go. Let me see if I have one just like seated around. I don't think I actually do. Oh, maybe I do over here. Hold on, do I? Those are deeping switches. I did a whole bunch of cleaning up, and I moved all of my switches to little bins. Although, yeah, maybe these are right here. I know I had like a small batch of them somewhere. Reminds me of bones for some reason. Oh, that's upside down. Very bright sounding. Yeah, it's a bright sounding keyboard. Actually, believe it or not, pretty much the same. Actually, is it? It feels a little bit more full. Okay, let me try one last thing. I was hoping it would actually kind of pick up on some of the Cherry Switch's deeper sound signature, but no luck there. Let's try one last thing, which is putting in a obscure switch and seeing what that sounds like. Let's put in, oops, this guy here. Oh my God, I cannot grab this right now. The obscure switch sounds nice too. I like this one a little bit more. Yeah, I like the Obscura more for this. I'll give it to the client. I like the alphas though. I think some of you guys said the alphas sound very HMX, and I agree with that. They are very HMX sounding, which is usually a smidge thinner and bright, but I kind of like it. Probably keep the cheese switches for the spacebar, use different switches for the alphas. I mean, we can always ask the client too. These are just hot
Thanks everyone for yours. Congratulations.
Thank
also,
you, Ben.
Thanks for the chill streams. I really enjoy them. D.
Anytime, dude. Anytime. I kind of like it with the cheese switches. I do agree it is a bit brighter than norm, but I don't mind it at all. It has like a very sharpness to it. It's a very sharp cheddar, if you guys know what I mean. Get it? Because it's cheese. Out of curiosity, though, let's put 2 switches in for the alphas and see how that changes the sound signature. Zinhai's probably would sound exactly the same because apparently they're the same type of material. Put in some obscures and see what that sounds like. It don't smell like cheese. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd want cheese sounding or smelling switches. This is very different, I feel. Oh yeah, you hear the big difference there? I like the HMX more. I mean, to me, they both sound nice. They're different. Not everything needs to sound like this. We also have to be open-minded to that, but the HMX have a sharper sound, and I think it kind of suits the board. I don't know why. I don't think I'd want this board to be a bit deeper. I feel like this is a sharper board to me for some weird reason. Kind of contrasts the cloudy, soft nature of the keyboard. I like both, but I think the HMX is a nice change, especially if you want a brighter, sharper sound. Yeah, it's all personal preference, by the way, guys. There's no right answer here. You can get this board to probably sound a whole bunch of different ways, but I think what I care about a lot is just getting good stabilizer keys, because those are usually the thing that really stick out to me, you know? I just feel like the HMX sounds more uncommon. Yeah, like how often are you going to get a board that sounds like this sharp? I wonder though, I wonder how this board would sound with feet. Probably a lot brighter. Feet usually add like a distinct brightness to the board. So actually we'll give the client a few different switches to play around with here. Zinhai / cheese switches are good for boards which don't have naturally that great sound profile. Agree and disagree. I feel like cheese switches can sound great in plate mounted or top mount boards too. In fact, I have a board that I use cheese switches in. So that's top mount. I will go get it. I'll show you guys what that board sounds like. I don't remember if this is half plate top mount, but I don't think it's half plate top mount. This is my, oh God, what is this called? The Harbor. So look at this one here, how it sounds with the same switches. Ready for this? And these are cheese switches. Same thing. I don't remember if this is half plate or full. Yeah, it's full plate aluminum. But kind of fun, no? Very different. And then you got this guy, which is kind of has that plasticker undertone because it has a plastic plate. Yeah, I don't know. I use this for... This is like my keyboard that gets swapped out on my gaming computer a lot. That's what I use a lot here. I love the side profile of the Harbor. Look at that. Spacebar is weird. Really? Oh, it might be worn down a little bit. I use this keyboard a lot and I haven't tuned it at all. This looks so good though. God damn, what a pretty looking keyboard. You see these in Mech Market every now and then? Oh, the Harbors? Really? And then we have this board. This is the board I'm going to be using for the rest of the day, I think. This turned out nice. I love the switches, or sorry, the springs that I use for this. Is the Harbor gasket? I thought it was top mount for some reason. Oh, that's my mistake then. I don't know why I'm getting those confused. These are vintage cherry switches, but I put a 56 gram spring, I think, in this. But yeah, these are so good with the lighter springs. Suse, that's right. You're right, Fish. I'm getting the two confused from Kibu. I don't know, this sounds good to me. I like this one here. Definitely one of the nicer ergo spacebars I've seen in a board. Like, very nice. Sometimes these ergo spacebars fall so flat. Nice. For top mount, my preferred switches are usually going to be cherry. You can never miss with cherry and top mount, and I usually prefer to use polycarbonate for top mount personally. I think it really depends on the keyboard though, but typically that's my combo that I go to. Ooh, the arrows are nice on this. Neo? I mean, the ripple switches I used in the Neo Ergo. I always stick with aluminum for me. It depends, dude. We're all so different when it comes to what we prefer in this hobby. So there's a million choices that we can all pick, right? There's so many good choices. There's not one that's better than the other. Mr. Taxi stream before the GB closes. It's gonna be on the 7th. I think the GB closes. When is the GB close? I know it opens tomorrow. I don't know why they're opening it on a weekend. But when does it close? The taxi? I don't think I have that info, or maybe they sent it and I just didn't see. I will find out. I will try to get information on when it actually closes. Okay. I have KT Roses on top mount Sonnet and personally like this one. Oh yeah, Roses are great too, I think, in top mount. I fully agree with Florian. They have a very light sound signature and it kind of pairs well with the brighter sound signatures usually of top mount. But yeah, I do think that's a great combo. What's a good clack but not too loud? My carbon plate is a little too loud. What keyboard is it, Satori? We might do the gradient tomorrow. I'm just going to feel out how my day goes tomorrow. But other than that, it will probably be in the next week or two. I'll let you guys know ahead of time, obviously. I won't just like spring it on you guys like within an hour being like, by the way, doing the gradient. Because I also want you guys to hear what it sounds like too. Oh, I would probably use, I mean, not too loud. My carbon plate's a little bit too loud. Just go with, you know what I would recommend to you, Satori? Roses, KTT Roses, or Milky Yellows. Lube and film the Milky Yellows 100% and just lube the Roses. Both of those have light enough sound signatures to balance out that plate. Your mod music Encore has been taunting me. I don't even have an Alexotos Sonnet yet with it on stream this whole time. The color combo is just nice. I know we got some beautiful color combos. It is fantastic. I'm loving this though. I'm gonna have to take a whole bunch of photos because like, look at it again from this view here. Look how the shadows just touch the keyboard here. Overall, this is such a stunning board. So happy with this. I also really like cheese switches. I know this is very preference based, but yeah, the cheese switches feel so good. They're so snappy. I love it. What keycaps are these? Nimbus? Nimbus, I believe? GMK Nimbus. The sexy desk pad? This is from Ordinary Labs. I don't think they're out quite yet though, but Ordinary Labs. If yes, and I don't think they feel heavier than other switches. Have I used 62 gram versions of HMX? Probably. I just don't really remember off the top of my head, no face. I think I have. All right though, guys, let's go find someone to raid. And then, like I said, if we stream tomorrow, it'll be the gradient. If not, we're streaming Sunday anyways. We've streamed literally every single day this week, so it's been pretty crazy in terms of streams. So let me go find someone to raid right now. Bye, Alex. Love you guys. To raid right now. Shit, this is loud. Let us go raid. Let's go raid Boomrazzle. Boomrazzle's doing some GeoGuessr right now. We love Boomrazzle. He's a nice guy. Or actually, is someone else doing keyboards? I don't think so. Oh wait, this is the wrong keyboard plugged in. All right. You guys have a great week. Great weekend, rather. Love you guys. I hope everyone stays safe, whatever you guys do this weekend. I think a lot of people are going to be out and about because I think it said it's going to be nice weather. See you guys soon. Like I said, probably Sunday, maybe tomorrow night. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope the client ended up loving this. It's turned out fantastic. God, what a beautiful looking board. See you guys very soon, and bye-bye. Love you guys.